क्या बोलूँ आज? What should I be speaking about, which is relevant and real? I asked of my very dynamic colleague. She responded, speak about real women. We are so tired of the same rhetoric surrounding gender-based violence, conversations of misogyny, sexism, patriarchy, which go nowhere. We are so tired of framing and reframing narratives and stories, bringing in information, statistics, schemes, policies, provisions, actions. And yet, at the end of the day, there is this huge divide, this almost insurmountable challenge for ending sexual violence and interrupting the cycle of intergenerational trauma that women are passing on since generations. बहुत ध्यान से सुनी मैंने उसकी बात. Reflecting on my own journey. 30 years of experiencing the worst possible forms of sexual violence and 30 years of acquiring the understanding and expertise to figure out how to disrupt it. I realized coping mechanisms can shape-shift from silence and denial to projection, transference, or aggression. But let's be real. Women are coping, just coping, and the narratives are playing catch up, catch up. Who then is the real woman? The ones who have learned to live within the frame of a good girl and are still living there celebrated and validated? Or the ones who have broken the frame and asserted their agency and autonomy and have been branded as troublemakers? The ones who smile silently at mansplaining and sexist jokes even when they have a seat at the table in power rooms, or those who rip apart the legalized, institutionalized fabric of marriage because they are denied their right to eat bhindi if they so choose. Stories are not cutting it. Data is not cutting it. Legal provisions are not cutting it. Then, how do we get real? How do we rip off this mask of a smiling face, a coping, nurturing, sensitive, ready to accept and absorb any level of degradation person and get real? Just as real as you and you and you and you who parade your toxic masculinity in our faces, men and women. Yes, toxic masculinity can be worn by anyone. How do we break the Chakravyuh? What is the incomplete information that is denying us the understanding required to break through? How do we all become actors and move beyond being just spectators? The house is burning. Climate change is real. We are all plugged into it, even if only as lip service, but so is the pandemic of sexual violence. It's real. It's a silent killer, not outside, not in the back of beyond, but in your own backyards. What do we need to see it? And once we see it, what do we need to do about it? As of now, we do nothing. We begin and end with disclosures, very important. But then we give lip service about how terrible this is, how it needs to change. But what is the action we take? It's overwhelming. I'm back to the question, क्या बोलूं आज ऐसा कुछ जो आजाद कर दे हमें बंद सोच की जंजीरों से? कैसे खोल दे किवाड़ हमारी बंद तकदीरों की? कैसे बनाए रास्ता इस नई पीढ़ी के साथ जो बेबाक होकर गुजरे दहशत की पगडंडियों से? How do we reach a place where we are not aghast and call it rarest of rare if a woman in Kerala kills her boyfriend, but instead we make ourselves dig deeper and discover that her boyfriend was doing revenge porn and refusing to delete her nude intimate pictures and threatening to broadcast them without her consent? Yes, real women get angry and aggressive and take action. How do we reach a place where we are aghast at a judgment which acquitted a husband accused under Section 377 IPC of having unnatural sex with his wife, when the court held that no rape offense can be committed between a husband and wife, even if consent is absent? Yes, real women have body autonomy and must exercise their right to consent, even if they're married. So where do we pin the blame? Who do we hold accountable? Deviancy? Criminal mindsets? Ourselves? each one of us, in this room and outside. We lost Sakshi versus Union of India, where we had positioned that rape is an experience of humiliation, degradation, and violation, rather than an outdated notion of penile vaginal penetration. And in return, the Supreme Court upheld the existing definition of rape as forcible penile vaginal penetration, refusing to broaden its scope, citing the principle of stare decisis, and arguing that altering the established definition of rape would lead to confusion and ambiguity, ultimately not serving the public interest. Stare decisis, in layman's language, means not altering the status quo. But if things have to change, status quo has to be disrupted. हल्ला तो बोलना ही पड़ेगा, चाहे हम करारी, छरहरी, फुलझड़ी हो या हरी मिर्ची और ततैया। रुकना पड़ेगा उन सभी गली के मुंडों को जो करते हैं कुछ ऐसी ही फप्तियाँ। कल तक जब निकलती थी घर से तो अंधेरे की छत से चल पड़ती थी डर की पगडंडियाँ, पर आज मटक के, ठुमक के, मदमाती बेबाक चलेंगी लड़कियाँ। हिम्मते खुदा दिल में और कड़कती जुबान से निकलेंगी झिड़कियाँ। रंगारेस का खेल नहीं, आदम हव्वा का ये शेर नहीं, ये लाइफ है जनाब, यहाँ आज हक पे दावा बोल रही हैं हस्तियाँ। So then, we are the real women. No, we don't necessarily fit into size 0. We carry the weight of our bellies, our double chins, and our love handles with elan. We are not AI-driven or programmed like Sophia the robot. We have disrupted our programming, recoded our scripts. We are questioning activity, and by the act of a very questioning, erasing misogyny and sexism, the breeding ground for fear, terror, and terrorism. We are real women. We love furiously. We laugh loudly. We dance with an abandon. We run with the wolves. We have stepped out of the frameworks created by literateurs and the ever-circumscribing male gaze. We have emerged from the pages of Ratna Kapoor's and Nivedita Menon's. We rub shoulders with arguments brewed by Claire L. Dubé and Catherine McKinnon. We live the legal realities crafted by Naina Kapoor's and hobnob with Asias and bell hooks. We are the real women. Halla bol. Disrupt the status quo. Chup mat बैठना.